happened on the night of 26/11 is entirety, because there's so many incidents, so many people in various capacities involved, whether be it the cops or the victims or the people who just happen to be there, and everyone's lives have been touched one way or the other. What I'm attempting to do here is to catch the basic soul of the spirit of what people felt. I mean, there was a certain helplessness, there was a certain element of surprise where no one was prepared for, and there are a lot of blame games which happened in the process on how the situation could have been handled or should have been handled. And the film is not really going to be judgmental in the sense, in any capacity on anybody for that matter. It is only going to highlight the emotional aspect of the people involved. So I just want you to see the trailer, just keeping this in context. Thank you.
Victims of 26/11, and the profits of the film are going to be given to the victims of 26/11. And now I'd like Mr. Ram Gopal Verma to come and say a few words, and then we can open the field for questions.
So like I said, I mean, the visuals are gory, but the point of the whole aspect is terrorism is not about peace, it's about very hard violence. But in the context of the film, when it comes, you would really understand it's much more to do with the tragedy than just to highlight the senseless aspect of killings, just the killings of whatever happened. So I'd like to ask any questions now, since you've seen the trailer. See, I have no clue about that. Is something I really don't know. I mean, that is something, because it's been sent by the producers. I am not a part of that decision. Yeah.
Any questions?
Just want to know, since it's a real story, real life story, so how difficult is it going to be from the censor board issue? And are you trying to get all the real things out through the censor?
See, there are two aspects to it. One is on a theme aspect, what it's about. It is a recorded event. It is documented, and it's not something which is sub judice. From the time the charge sheet has been filed, it has been completed, the judgment also been delivered, and the main perpetrator, Kasab, is hanged to death. So I think, and the film, like I said, it's just to capture as like a ringside viewer happened to be there at the time it happened. So I'm not suggesting any conspiracies. I'm not suggesting something which is not in the public domain. There's no new information the film is going to give. It's only going to put you right up there where it was happening. So I don't see any issue about the theme and the plot is concerned, and the film is concerned. As far as the visual effect, like I said, if you look at it in just a short thing, it might still look very hard-hitting violence, but in the context of the film, it is more the emotion which should be there. So I'm actually not expecting any problem from the censor.
रामू जी, यहाँ पर यहाँ देखिए, यहाँ पर
26/11 का जो हादसा है बहुत ही दर्दनाक हादसा था। आज भी लोग उसे भुला नहीं पाए। बहुत से आंसू थम गए हैं, सूख गए हैं आंखों में। लेकिन एक बार फिर इस फिल्म के जरिए लगता है वो दर्द वापस आप कुरेदेंगे। अगर वो फैमिली इस फिल्म को देखती है तो वो दर्द फिर से जाग जाएगा। आपको लगता है क्या ये सही है दिखाना?
सबसे पहले बात ये कि फिल्म, एनी फिल्म फॉर दैट मैटर, कोई लाइफ चेंजिंग इवेंट 26/11 एक ऐसा हादसा है जो पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंट इंडिया में मेरे हिसाब से ऐसी घटना हुई नहीं इंडिया में. सो आई थिंक इट्स वेरी एसेंशियल एवरीबडी नोस एग्जैक्टली व्हाट हैपेंड. इंफॉर्मेशन के जरिए आपको पता है कि इतने लोग आए, कुछ जो भी हुआ है, लेकिन वो कैसे हुआ, आई थिंक टू अंडरस्टैंड, टू नो दैट इज एक्चुअली गोइंग टू बी मोर एजुकेटिव एंड मोर understandable. So a feature film, more than a book, more than you reading an article or listening to a debate, only feature film can capture the emotional aspect of any event. So I think it's जो भी आप वर्ल्ड में सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर में आप इतने फिल्म लाइफ चेंजिंग इवेंट्स है, जो भी इवेंट है, so I think as a filmmaker, the kind of research I did and tried to get to the core of it, I think it's my desire to share to the people. Or when they watch the film, I'm very sure, like I said, they will only get to the core of it. It's not about sensationalism, it's not about blaming somebody, it's not about trying to make statements which are probably, which will create a controversy. The film doesn't go into that area at all. So I think it's your answer is yes.
अच्छा, इस फिल्म में आप वो हादसा दिखाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं जो शुरू हुई थी समुद्र के रास्ते से और यहाँ पे गेटवे ऑफ इंडिया पर आई थी। क्या उसके अंदर कुछ जो भारत सरकार की ओर से जो कमी हो गई थी आगे जाके, जो 4 साल 3 साल जो वक्त लगा था, कुछ उससे भी दिखाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं या फिर सिर्फ एक हादसा है जो
सिर्फ एक पूरी फिल्म है जो इट इज ओनली कॉन्सेंट्रेटिंग ऑन दैट नाइट्स इंसिडेंट्स, और दूसरा कसाब की जो आफ्टर वंस कसाब बाय डिफॉल्ट बिकेम द फेस ऑफ जो बाकी जो टेररिस्ट है, जो भी है, हम किसी का चेहरा हम नहीं पहचानते। सो to an extent it will concentrate on what happened with Kasab, but it doesn't get into the details of उसके बाद क्या हुआ है। yeah.
अच्छा, इस फिल्म में आपके हिसाब से हीरो कौन है, कसाब या नाना पाटेकर?
It's not a film where the hero, heroine, villain, so I don't know what you mean.
मेन जो फोकस होगा वो ज्यादातर
like that. Yeah, to that extent I would say Nana Patekar, because of Nana Patekar की कैरेक्टर के जरा हम सुनते हैं ये कहानी, इसलिए कि बॉम्बे पुलिस वाज हैविंग एलिगेशंस एट दैट टाइम, सम ऑफिसर्स वेयर दे डिड द राइट थिंग और शुड हैव डन समथिंग एल्स, और उसके ऊपर एक कमिटी भी फॉर्मेशन हुई। इन दैट कमिटी व्हाट ही टेल्स अबाउट व्हाट हैपेंड एज द मोस्ट ऑथराइज्ड पर्सन। सो अगर उस तरह की डेफिनेशन है तो मैं सोचता हूँ कि नाना पाटेकर कैरेक्टर इज द मेन थिंग।
रामू जी, कितने देर की फिल्म है और पाकिस्तान में भी रिलीज करने का प्लान किया?
Release, I think some Eros will know. I don't know about that. No, so I think they'll be the best people. But as a director, I would like everyone to see. Not only, I think eventually terrorists, itne baar sunte hain, all terrorists are, all Muslims are not terrorists, or jo bhi hum sunte hain. The point is eventually the attack is on humanity. Even a lot of Muslims also died in those attacks. So I don't think it was meant as a certain community or another community, which is what I tried to clarify even in the first look, So anybody with a certain human value, I should watch it. I want them to watch it, irrespective of which country and which religion. See, that's an interesting question. It's like, every victim will have his own experience. अब अगर CST का जो हुआ है, each person will watch it in a different perspective. उसके साथ जो हुआ, so as a director, it becomes sometimes very difficult for me to choose whose story I have to tell. Everybody knows about what happened at CST or Leopold Cafe or Taj, but each person would have seen it in a different way and experienced in a different way. So I had to choose one person there and to do that aspect. So like I said, you can keep on making films on 26/11 forever, So I would say that, but what I learned from them, no filmmaker or writer, I believe, can ever imagine things like that, because that only can happen in real time, which you will see in the film. Yeah.
रामू सर, कहते हैं रियल स्टोरी पे जब भी फिल्म बनती है, शुरुआत से उसके एंडिंग तक, जब भी यहाँ पे जब भी उसका पूरा एक कहानी अपने विवरण से ना हो, तो चाहे वो फिल्म हो चाहे कहानी हम जब कहते हैं किसी को, तो पूरा मजा नहीं आता है। और जब भी 26/11 की बात करें या उसको अलग नाम दिया जाए 26 स्पेशल, जिससे अक्षय कुमार की आ रही फिल्म, दोनों फिल्मों का आना इस समय पे और कसाब का फांसी होना, सजाए मौत से मिलना, लेकिन क्या वो सारा कुछ चित्रण इसमें दिखेगा या क्योंकि पब्लिक देखना चाहेगी, तो वो जब भी 26/11 की बात आती है तो सबसे पहले हमारे सामने जो चेहरा आता है, नरमन हाउस आता है, कामा हॉस्पिटल आता है, नरमन पॉइंट आती है, तो वही कसाब भी आता है। तो क्या वो सब कुछ आपने दिखाने की कोशिश किया या फिर सेकंड पार्ट बनाना पड़ेगा आपको कसाब के लिए?
नहीं, सी, जैसे मैंने कहा, आप कितने भी सारे फिल्म बना सकते हैं, हर एक इंसिडेंट में आप शायद एक ऐसा फिल्म बना सकते हैं कि ताज होटल में एक आदमी फंस गया और उसकी जो इमोशनल स्टेट उसके साथ आप बना सकते हैं। or you can concentrate only on one particular episode, और एक character का जो experience था उसके ऊपर आप बना सकते हैं. So I think I also can make, anybody else also can make, because event is so large. Yeah.
Mr. RJV, we saw the trailer, and we could spot Leopold and we could see the visuals of CST. But what we wonder is why there are not much visuals of Taj when you yourself went to visit it and were involved in the research in person.
To start with, there was a visual of Taj. If you look at, I mean, I don't know if it, in this particular one shot, it got communicated. It's a lobby of Taj. It's there in the film. Yeah.
Like you said, there was you know, when he was announcing, there was a lot of issues when you wanted to shoot in real life locations. So if you could just throw some light on it, what kind of problems you had to face?
See, there were two different elements to it. See, one is the what they would feel about it, and second is the amount of damage which occurred on the night of 26/11. Obviously, a running place now can not do that. So there are certain logistical problems in terms of shooting and the timings, and of course the amount of damage which has to be recreated to capture that authentic reality. So wherever that was possible, we did that, and the others we created sets.
So you did shoot at the real location?
Yes. The entire Leopold Cafe was done on location. Yeah.
What about real life, not victims?